our champion, Sharon Rawson of Greenfield, Massachusetts, faces the challenge of Lisa Orlandi of Springfield, Massachusetts on Candlepin Bowling. Hi, everybody. Welcome once again to Candlepin Bowling. I'm Don Gillis, and I'm always speaking for the whole crew when I say we're sure glad you could join us here at the Fairway in Natick, Massachusetts for 3 strings of Candlepin Bowling, total pinfall determining our winner. Now, each of our bowlers takes home a permanent souvenir. These are provided by Din Brothers of Boston and Holyoke. Each will take home some guaranteed prize money. $1,200 is guaranteed. $700 of that goes to the winner, $350 to the runner-up, $50 available to the winner of each string. And, of course, if they tie, we split that at $25 apiece. More opportunities, you know, 3 marks in a row and 3 strikes in a row and going over 400. All of those earn a little bit of extra money. All right, let's talk to today's bowlers, shall we? Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Don. How are you?
Good to see you again, and I can't believe that it's been 6 years since you were here.
Neither can I. Time flies.
Oh, my. It's just incredible. Yeah. And, you know, in the meantime, I notice here, Don Riley has pointed out that you are the 1993 ICBA Ladies Championship team member, right?
Yeah.
So you're bowling well then,
yes,
right now?
Yes, I am bowling pretty well.
I also noticed something else here, a little note. You are single, but not for long, perhaps. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm getting married in May.
Now, how about Daddy Jim? Does he approve of your about to be?
I think so.
All right, good. Because he's here now, I know that. And Sharon, and you know, the amazing thing is, this is a great day for people in the western part of the state, huh? 2 of the best candlepin bowlers anywhere, and here you are meeting each other right here. I think that you've become rather well known lately, haven't you?
A little bit, yeah. They all want my money now.
4 in a row for you. How about that, huh? And of course, I'm including the one from last year that carried you over, and then 3 so far. And you are a 4-time NBA Ladies Open Doubles champion with Marianne Kelly. You still do that sort of thing?
Well, no, we're not allowed to bowl together anymore.
Oh, I see. Well,
but Lisa's on my team.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
What a team. Okay, but one has to win today, so I'm just going to wish both of you good luck, all right? And we'll get underway right after this. Challenger Lisa Orlandi of Springfield, high single 161, high triple 418, league average 110. Lisa's father, Jim, is, I'm sure, familiar to most of you who have watched our program for a long time. A fine candlepin bowler. And she begins with a 9. Lisa is employed as an accounts clerk by the Hampden City Sheriff's Office. Now, it used to be, the song says, you don't mess around with Jim. Well, I guess you don't mess around with Lisa either. All right, looking at 1, 3, and 10 with Wood in a very good position behind the 3 to take out the 10 also if she gets the good hit. And she got it for a spare. Now Sharon Rawson, our champion, high single 184, high triple 428, league average 117. First ball gets her 6, leaving the 1, 3, 6, and 8. And she begins with a spare. I should explain something. When I was talking to Sharon at the beginning and I asked her about teaming with Marianne Kelly 4 times in order to win. And let's watch now to see what she gets. And she gets 6, leaving the 4 horsemen on the left side. And the reason she said we can't bowl together anymore. And if that sounded like it was anything that was in any way ominous, it isn't at all. It's just that now in the Masters Bowling Association there are no more open events, and when a team is made up, for example, of 2 women, to to keep it, in a sense, fair, you cannot have a team that has combined averages of more than 220. And, of course, with those two, they'd be way over. And Lisa gets a 7-pin drop, leaving on the right the 3, 6, and 10. So nothing ominous about it. It's just merely that they are too good. Nice shot for 2 in a row for Lisa Orlandi. Big 9 and a single pin to pick up. It's the 4-pin, and there's wood in front of it, although she's waiting for a piece of wood now that's rolling around. Obviously, those of you who can see don't need me to explain it, but those of you who have been watching for a long time know that there are a lot of people who basically can't see or whose sight is limited, and we want them to enjoy it, so we try to describe what's happening. All right, enough of that. And yes, she has 3 in a row. She has $50 in bonus money, and it's alive. That means that after 3 in a row, then each subsequent consecutive mark in the same string is worth $50 apiece. Now, Sharon Rawson. And Sharon leaves 4 horsemen on the right side and the 8-pin, a very tough one to make. Beautiful, but she just didn't get them all. She left the 10-pin. But a fine try. She's got it for a 10. Sharon is employed by Martin Machine Company in Turner's Falls. And she has everything down except the 10-pin. Last week, Sharon rolled a 343 in defeating Lauren Leonardton and making it 3 straight. All right, we're going to take a pause, take a check on the scoreboard, as we do after 4 boxes in the first and in the middle string. So each has a bonus ball still to be rolled, and in pins down, it is Orlandi 55 and Rawson 46. Lisa Orlandi trying to make it 4 in a row, and she already has the $50 in bonus money for 3 in a row in the same string. And now, oh man, the 5-pin won't fall. She got everything down except the 5 and the 7. All right, let's see now if she can make this shot. Tried to play the wood and it didn't work. So the bonus streak stops at 50. She picked up the single pin. Lisa, as we remarked at the beginning, has not been here for the last 6 years. Been going to school and so forth. Right now, trying to make another spare, and she's got it, making the 4-7. The last time she was on, she lost to Tony Marie Baldinelli. Sharon Rawson. And Sharon gets 9 as the fill on her spare, and the only pin up is the 10. She's got it. So Sharon now has 2 marks in a row. for a third, maybe. Oh, everything down except the kingpin, the 5. Big 9 for a fill. And she's looking it over carefully because there's a piece of wood that's just to the left, and she wants to be sure she can get at that 5 pin. She got it. So she has 3 in a row and $50 in bonus money. Now Lisa Orlandi working on a spare, and she missed the head pin that time, but she did get 6 and left the 1, 3, 5, and 9. Excuse me, it's 2, 5, and the 8 pin that are up now. So it's an 8 box. She's got a split. She has left over on the right the 6 and 10, and on the left she has the 4 pin. There's a piece of wood in front of it. I'm not sure how she plans to use it, but we'll find out, won't we? Nice try. She got it to bounce across, but the 6 and 10 are still standing. And it's a 10. Now Sharon Rawson has 3 marks in a row. Here comes the bonus ball. She winds up with an identical split to what Lisa had, with the 4 pin over on the left, the 6 and 10 over on the right. She tried to use the wood and get everything. She got everything but the 10. It's a 9. Al Giglio, as usual, keeping score on the electronic scoreboard. Keith Williams keeping score on the big board for the folks who are here watching. Sharon looking at 4 horsemen right side, piece of wood just to the left of the number 1 pin, and in back the 8 pin. Wow, she got everything as far as the 4 horsemen were concerned, and she rocked the 8 but didn't get it. Ralph Stewart, our lob-line judge and referee, sitting in his accustomed spot. Don Riley, of course, is our statistician and coordinator. Phil Rubin is our producer-director. It's a 10. Now Lisa Orlandi comes up for her final 2. Got a split over on the right, the 3, 6 over on the left, the 4, 7. Nope, didn't get anything. An 8. Our crew today: Margie McKenna, Bob Armitage, Skip Peabody, and with a lot of cajoling and begging and so forth, we finally got one of the best bowlers in the Channel 5 IBEW, Mr. Leroy McLaurin. One and 2 and 10. Nice shot. Loose pin, and Ralph Stewart goes down to get it. Five more. A fine 130 opening string for Lisa. Her league average 110. Now Sharon Rawson. Six pins down, leaving the 1, 2, 4, and 10. Two full on the head pin. It's an 8 box. That puts her at 118 going into the 10th, which means if she is to win this, she will have to mark. She did. A backdoor strike. They just kept tumbling, starting with the 10, into the 6, into the 3, into the 1. First ball nets her 5. So she has done what she was hoping to do. She got 7 more, and that wins her $50 in bonus money for winning the first string by a score of 135 to 130. In the middle string, our defending champion leads it off. Here's Sharon Rawson. Half Worcester right side as she punched out the 3 and 9. She still has left the 1, the 6, the 8, and 10. It's a 7 box. She's had this split before, so has Lisa. The 4 pin alone over on the left, and on the right, the 6 and 10. She has wood to help as far as the 6 and 10 is concerned. She got them, and I guess was hoping, obviously, that she would get a bounce off that right sidewall and have one of those pins come over. It's a 10. Now Lisa Orlandi. Lisa from Springfield. Sharon from Greenfield. And she had a delayed strike. They just kept dropping the last 3. 1, 2, 3, and there it was. All right. She has left 6. 5 of them on the right. The 7 pin over on the left. Now she has 7 for the fill, and she's looking at the 1, 2, and 7. No, it's a 7 box. Sharon Rawson, our defending champion, leaves the 1, 2, 4, 6, and 10, and the only piece of wood is behind the 4. And 10 still there. Our home viewer jackpot, 250. And our high-low, of course, is at 125 because this young lady, Sharon Rawson, hit it for 3,400. Nice shot as she made the 10. Now looking at the 1, 3, 7, and 8. She had a big day 3 weeks ago because she rolled a 387 to Carroll Downey's 348. beautiful score. And she picked up some bonus money, of course, in addition to hitting the big one. All right, now one more pin, and she has it. Lisa looking at the 1, 2, and 10. Too bad she didn't get anything that time. It's a 9. Seven on the left, 10 alone over on the right, and 3 pieces of wood. No, actually, I guess there are 4 pieces. They're pretty much in the middle, and she's going to use them, and it didn't work. Nine. As we do after 4 boxes in the first and 4 boxes in the middle, we take a check on the scoreboard. Sharon Rawson won the first string 135 to 130, but here Lisa Orlandi is leading after 4, 42-37. Now Sharon again. Diamond right plus the 10 and a piece of wood that is alongside the 6 and 10. Diamond, of course, is made up of the 3, 5, 6, and 9. The 10 is also there, and everything just went for a good spare. Rocking number 3, but it's not going to fall. So she's looking at the 4 horsemen right side. Had 6 for a fill. And that one's too far right. She took out the 6 and 10. Just dropped it a little too soon. Arm hadn't quite come as far forward as she wanted it to. Same thing here. She took out the 3 and left number 1. All right, Lisa Orlandi coming up now. Today's challenger. Unusual. She has left the 5, the 8, and the 9 in a little triangle, and she has a piece of wood that is just touching, now rolled away from the 5. It's to the right side. Try to give you the picture. It's not as far back as the 9. And as it turned out, she just hit the piece of wood. It went one way, the ball went the other, and the 3 pins are still there. Nice shot to take it out for a 10. So basically that piece of wood just, it was a roadblock, and a very definite roadblock. Oh, she wants that 5 to fall. Oh, she was jumping up and down, which reminds me of something. Ralph Stewart was telling me that somebody wrote him a letter and said, if the pin is rocking and the bowler is jumping up and down to try to make it fall, is that legal? It's perfectly legal. Do anything, like jumping, do somersaults, do anything you want, just as long as you don't cross the foot foul line. All right, Sharon Rawson now. Another just fell. And another. Now she's left with the 2 pin and the 7 pin. bad. She got that. Now a piece of wood went over and rocked the 7, but it's just not going to go down. It's a 9. Now she is looking at the 2, the 5 with wood in between, and the 7. She missed everything. And speaking of missing people, 2 of the folks who have been here for many of our shows, Russell and Elaine Just, have not been around for a while. We didn't know why, but now we know. And strike! We are very sorry to hear that Russell is ill with lung cancer and is not strong enough to attend. Well, we certainly wish him well and hope to see both of them back here. And I know you're watching, so we miss you. Wish you were here. Turns out to be an 8 box. She filled with 7 and got 1 more. Now Sharon. Once again, she punched out on the right-hand side a half Worcester, the 3 and the 9. And you know, of course, that means that she just missed getting the 1-3 pocket. Now she went to the left side, a little overcorrection that time. So the configuration right now is the 1, then on the left, the 4-7, on the right, the 6-10. And she has left the 4 pins, 2 on each side. So it is a 6 box. Now looking at 4 horsemen right side, in back the 9 pin, and over on the left the 4 and 7. No wood. Everything down except the 7 pin. Seven pin still there. Now Lisa for her final 2 boxes in the middle string, but she will no doubt win. Almost a spread eagle. The 10 went down, but otherwise she's looking at the 2, 4, 7, the 3 and 6. That's the left side. Good 10. Didn't get what she wanted. Almost a spread eagle again. She left over on the right the 3, 6, 10. Over on the left the 4 and 7. No wood. Nice shot. Boy, I'll tell you, she went down there and put that right in the 3, 6 pocket. Took those 3 out, but she didn't get a break to go over to the other 2. And it's a 9. So $50 more in bonus money will go to Lisa Orlandi, as she has won the middle string 106.95, and right now she leads in the match by 6, 236 to 230. Okay, Lisa Orlandi now leading off in the 3rd string. Missed the head pin. However, she nope, no wood to help. So let's see now if she can get it. Nope. So So she's got the 6 pin, then the 7, 8, 10. 6 and 10 over on the right. She got them. Got everything except the 7. Lisa left a few. You'll note that Lisa is bowling on the same lane that she started with. Ordinarily, as you know, they alternate, bowling on the left lane once and then going over to the right lane. And we had a question about why once in a while we see people stay on the same lane, which is what Lisa is doing right now and which Sharon will be doing as she follows. Well, you see, there's such a thing as time in television, and that means that you have to fit it into whatever you are allotted for time. Now, sometimes, if the bowlers are bowling really slow, then it becomes a situation where we must sometimes cut out a box or two that you don't get a chance to see. However, when they are going a little fast, then we have to slow them down a little bit. And the way we slow them down is having them stay on the same lane and wait for the pins to be reset. Just a matter of a few seconds, but it's all part of the job of Mr. Phil Rubin as he counts on his fingers and toes and makes sure that we come out on time. I don't know what he said. Blast. One pin, the 10 pin. So a 4 is a fill on her spare, and she winds up with the 10 in the second box. And now they are tied in the match. Now Lisa looking at a triangle over on the right. As you know, these can be tricky sometimes. This one is made up of the 3, 5, and 6. Too bad. Again, the triangle defeats the bowler. It's a 9. To be candid with you, we're always happy when the bowlers are put in a situation where they have to stay on the same lane. That means that they're going faster, which means that they are throwing more marks, which means throwing just 1 ball or 2 instead of 3. And that's what we like to see. We want them to do well. 4 horsemen left side plus the 9 pin. She got it. That's a pretty spare. Very pretty. And well worth that second look as she got that 9 pin. Of course, the piece of wood helped naturally, but that's a tough one to make. All right. Now our defending champion, Sharon Rawson. And Sharon now looking at the 1, 3, and the 7, and wood rolling over. And, well, it's partially in the gutter on the left, and part of it is touching the 7 pin. 3, 6, first of all. Nope, she didn't get the 3. She got the 6. In the first Pro Tour, that's the World Candlepin Bowling Congress Pro Tour, in the first stop, Sharon Rawson and Janet Pock tied for 5th. Janet will be our challenger. And, of course, she's a former champion here. In 2 weeks. Janet has qualified and will be coming on in 2 weeks. All right, now we're looking at a 3 and a 6. Excuse me, it's a 2 and a 4. Oh, too bad. It's a 9. Karen Paré won that one with a, they only rolled 5 strings instead of 10 now with a 649. Donna Banzi was second with a 641. Joanne Rosano was third with a 638. Lisa came so close to getting a strike. She has left just the 2-pin. Peggy Tosi was fifth and tied for 6th, as I told you, Janet Pock and Sharon Rawson at 600. Okay, she's got her spare. Concentrate now on this. See what she does. 2 in a row. Can she make it 3? And she knew she was going to miss the head pin. Got a little body English up here, but she left the 4 horseman left side and the 10-pin with a piece of wood in front of it. Oh, yes, another pretty spare by Lisa Orlandi. Oh, yeah, take another look at that. Very, very nice. Now Sharon Rawson. Five, 9, and 10 with wood between the 5 and the 9. Oh, too bad. She got the 5 and 9, but not the 10. In that same stop on the Candlepin Bowling, the Pro Bowlers at the Academy Lanes in Bradford, the men also participated, and in inverse order, Jim Flynn and Dan Gallant tied with the 700. Dan LaPlume was just ahead of them with the 701. Sharon now leaves the 4 and 7, and over on the right the 3, 6, 10. 2 more pins better than that. In second place was Al Bolduc, and yes, wait till we see this. And in first place with a 704 was some guy named Ulster. Okay. Yes. The next 2, what shall I say? Impossible to defeat sometimes, it seems. Well, it's too bad. She got the spread eagle. She came right in on the head pin and got only 4 for a fill. I'm talking about Lisa Orlandi. Wow, she almost pulled it off. She got everything down except the 2-pin. Just a great effort. And a fine 10. Missed the head pin, and she left a few, I'll tell you. She left the 4 horsemen on the left side. She left the 5 and the 8 and the 10. And I say that because it's been unusual. She hasn't left many today. Now the 1, 7, 10, and she got the number 1. All right, Sharon Rawson now coming up, and she's got 4 boxes to go to try to make it 5 in a row. Little too full on the head pin. She winds up with the 3 and 6 on the right, the 4 pin over on the left, and the only piece of wood happens to be behind and to the left of the 4-pin. Now let's see if she can get it. Nice try. She took out that 3-6. Kicked the 3-pin over, but it's pretty tough to hit that single pin over on the left. So it's a 10. And she remains 19 behind. Is it going to be a strike? Oh, that 4-pin doesn't want to go down. Everything down except the 4-pin. All right, she has it for a spare. Now, final 2 boxes for Lisa Orlandi, our challenger, who is leading going into the final 2 boxes. She got a split. 3-6, and over on the left, 4 and 7, with wood in between the 4 and the 7. Let's see what she can do. No, she didn't quite kick over the 3-pin. So she'll go for the 4 and the 7. Ooh, surprise, got just the 4. So it's an 8 box. Her dad is Jim Orlandi. Excellent candlepin bowling, roller, as I mentioned, is offering some encouragement over to the left. All right, she's got one of those triangles. They can be tricky. This one is made up of the 2, 4, and 5. If they're hit just right, they go. If not, you chop some wood. Yes, she got it. A big clutch spare. Now the fill, and that is big 8. Fine spare and 8 at the end. Okay, Sharon Rawson is working on a spare. She's down 17 at the moment, and she'll cut it with how many? 8 more. That brings it down to 9. And yes, she has a spare. Sharon needs a 125 to tie, a 126 to win. Now she's down to 7 behind because she's opposite an 8 box, and she will cut into that with this next one. She got it. All right. This temporarily puts her in the lead, but you have to remember there is a spare and an 8. All right. Now let's see. Is she going to make this? Unbelievable that she didn't get the spare. Unbelievable. And we have a new champion. Lisa Orlandi is our new champion. Sharon Rawson after 4 consecutive weeks. What a finish, though. I'll tell you, if that pin had fallen, we would be, it would be rather exciting, I'll tell you that. And Lisa picks up another $50 for winning the 3rd string, 119 to 118, and has won the match by 7, 355 to 348. Well, as you can see, we have a pretty good collection in here of people who would like very much to hit the jackpot that we have here. It's up to $250, which is very nice. And as you know, if we don't have a winner, we will add $50 and do that every single week until we finally reach in here and find one. Now, today is 703 is our number. And we always give 10 either side. So obviously from 693 to 713 would be a winner today. But as soon as I draw the card, that person is always rewarded with a handsome gift from the Parker Pen Company. So it's well worth at least sending in your card here, and you never know. And when we have a winner, we dump these out and start all over again. Okay, 703 is the number today for $250 in bonus money. Okay, which way should I go? To the left. Okay, all right. I'm not going to do this every week now, you know, but we'll just see. All right. And this one comes from Seabrook, New Hampshire, from Phyllis Brown, who has guessed 755. Okay. All right, so that we add another 50. And Lisa, you're a few weeks too late for the biggie, but it is up to $125, and that would not be a bad little gift. Our high-low jackpot. Want to show her how it's done, Sharon? Okay, if you come over here, both of you ladies. And Sharon, for the first time in 5 weeks, you come up to me first, huh? How about that? First of all, I want you to know, this is, of course, from Din Brothers, and you get $350, and you also pick up another $100 in bonus money. I want to tell you what a delight it's been to have you here, and you're an excellent champion. I'm looking forward to seeing you back here next year.
I can't wait to come back. Thank you.
All right, good. And Lisa, this is your permanent souvenir, and it's going to be inscribed with your name. And it's 6 years staying away from us, and you bowl as well as you do. That, I guess Dad's a pretty good teacher, huh?
Yeah, he's done a lot of training.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I can see that, and you could hear him with a little encouragement in the back,
yeah.
didn't you? Oh, yeah. Like, you better do it. Huh? Right. Okay, $700 for winning $200 in bonus money, and you will have a young lady, Tammy Larson, who will be on for the first time, and you remember what that was like, right?
Oh, I sure do.
Okay. You'll be here. I'll be here. Tammy will be here. You'll be here, too, next week. Bye-bye, everybody.